you can't go to court looking like Sideshow Bob, bro. You gotta at least button up a little bit, bro.
No, I ain't button. Man, this is what I look like. This is what my money look like. What it do is, a Monday meditation night. The title what it is. I brought these guys in because they from separate part of life, you know what I mean, from different areas. I'm from, the East Coast. Boom from the Midwest. My man Uncle Dolomite from LA. You know me, Lamar from Cleveland to be exact. Both boys from Midwest. So y'all give me different parts of life, different experiences. But I don't understand. My question for today is I don't understand niggas be on some dumb type of time but don't got life insurance. This shit is crazy to me. You know what I mean? And if you expect your mom to take care of them bills when you hit that bucket, it's crazy to me. You know what I mean? I'm just seeing it locally. You know what I mean? Niggas just getting shot every day, B. But how do y'all feel about this? Niggas on crash dummy missions without, without that life insurance and thinking like that, man. What's your thoughts about it? Let's go with Uncle Dolomite, and then we're gonna go up and down from that, man.
I think a lot of niggas just unaware of the importance of life insurance because they ain't been taught about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not a lot of motherfuckers out there that's rapping about life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of these niggas, they taking their cues from what they hear in music. A lot of these niggas don't even really have big homies. They just out there figuring it out. So most of what they know they only know from rap music, and ain't nobody rapping about nothing constructive, because if that was the case, a lot of these niggas wouldn't be in the streets at all.
Mm-hmm. I feel that one. Lamar, how you feel about that, big homie?
Niggas is gonna be niggas. Life insurance is, you got adults, grown adults. How many people you think got life insurance that pay that every month, that payment every month? People ain't got car insurance. They ain't looking at the big picture. It ain't even that. Why aren't the parents got life insurance on the kids when they doing too much? Ain't nobody thinking about life insurance.
Yeah, that's the next one.
The cost of living from 2020 has been damn near triple.
Mm-hmm.
And the wages ain't even matching it. So ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? You gotta cut corners. And even if things was on point, ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody, life insurance is not in the budget of the average human being, black human being. That's how I feel about that. And killers, they're gonna do what they do. Do what they do.
Go ahead, Boom.
Shit, man.
Not this nigga again.
No, man, niggas, like, you right, man. Niggas gonna do what they do, but I also agree with Dolomite on the, man, they don't promote life insurance, right? So, like, look, life insurance is definitely good for the people, of course, man. But at the same time, it kind of sounded like it showed that niggas don't really stick together, even family wise, blood wise or not. You know what I'm saying? Because, let's keep it real. A Barry only like 5 bands. I could count how many niggas in my family that act like they the richest nigga in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure other niggas, you know what I'm saying? So we could come up with 5 bands to bury one of our loved ones. We really ain't got to worry about. But life insurance sets us up so we don't have to worry about the next person, right? So I definitely get what you're saying, Jamar. Like, nigga, we got bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? I might not want to pay that extra $30 a month. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like what, $1 a day or some shit like that. But they play it like that. But nigga, a motherfucker might forget or something. Or they just never been taught it. That shit in the hood. My niggas don't. Niggas from the hood, they don't think it. Then you can't even talk to a nigga because you start talking to a nigga, you popper, nigga.
But that's the thing about, like, a lot of niggas don't have OGs, because something that, like, I was taught younger from older street niggas is like, you supposed to have some money to bury yourself and get yourself out of jail and have a motherfucking lawyer. If you really making money in the street, like, that's 3 things that you should have taken care of. Like, you shouldn't have no BMW, and then when you die, they gotta have a fish fry to bury your motherfucking ass. They shouldn't have to have a bake sale to bury your ass. They shouldn't have to be sitting on the corner with a sign trying to bury a nigga, and in the picture that they holding up, you got a fucking Rolex chain on, you sitting on the hood of a Benz. Like, nigga, where was that Benz at when it was time to bury that nigga? Sell that Benz.
And I feel you. I feel you on that because, man, that's another thing, man. It's so much this promoting of being the ultimate gang nigga, right? The big gangster is everything. The shooter is everything in the urban community, right? And I'm starting to see these niggas, man. How the fuck you supposed to be a gangster and you going on other niggas' blocks and you don't got no strap? It's the dumbest shit of all. These niggas don't even know how to be gangsters properly.
But
Like you listen because the rapper suddenly he's talking about rolling 60s and shit like that. You not nothing. You a fake. You a wankster. Like I don't understand it. Go ahead though.
The rapper selling they selling the goon image like the goon is at the top when everybody in the streets back in the day knew that the goon was at the bottom. Like you don't see the top niggas shooting nobody, but the rappers is talking about, oh nigga, I shoot this nigga, I shoot this nigga, I slide, I bend this corner, I spin these blocks. And back in the day, like nigga, that any nigga who was really doing anything in the street, nigga, a lot of them motherfuckers wasn't even really known for packing and shit like that. Like nigga, I keep a nigga around me that'll do that for me. Like nigga, I'm not finna risk catching nobody, and I got hundreds of thousands of dollars moving around this motherfucker. Like nigga, there's no way I'm getting my hands dirty. I keep an idiot around me to do that for me. But the rappers push being that idiot.
But that ain't always been the situation though, because this shooters has been around for a long time. Rappers ain't been speaking on that type of stuff in the 80s and in the 90s. They wasn't rapping like that, talking about shooters. They got shooters like Lil Wayne said and all these extras.
But back then though, bro, it wasn't a lot of access to guns either. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get it, but like if a nigga had a gun, he probably was the gangster. Like, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, because most niggas back then they ain't really had. I mean, them old revolvers. Some niggas want to run around with old revolvers in the 80s. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas ain't had.
That's regional though. Cause out here in LA in the 80s,
right?
Oh yeah, that's because they was moving through y'all. Y'all was the door though. Y'all was the door.
It was crazy, but even like with that, like back in the day, again, like even though we had niggas, them niggas was still known as dumbasses. Like wasn't nobody looking up to these niggas. Like nigga, the niggas who was doing all the killing was literally looked at like, oh, here come crazy ass Johnny. Y'all niggas watch out, hide your work. Chill out, crazy ass Johnny over here, nigga. We know he gonna have the streets hot. Like that wasn't nothing to be looked up to, my nigga. Like we didn't look up to killers growing up. We knew they was around. We knew they was existing. Even sometimes we understood the necessity, but that wasn't nothing that you was aspiring towards. Like nigga, who I want to be like? Do I want to be like the nigga who just got shot 3 times, or the nigga that drive a Corvette? But now the rappers have made it seem like those are the same person, and it's not. Most of the niggas putting in all the work back in the 80s was broke as a motherfucker. They just had a gun.
Where did it switch?
When rap came out. Because like I said, like nigga, a lot of times the hierarchies in the street, the stupid nigga was the one that was recruited to do stupid shit. Like if you was a street nigga and you ain't had no sense, they was trying to push you toward, hey nigga, you gotta put on for the set, my nigga. You gotta put in some work for the set, nigga. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. But if you had a level of intellect, they was gonna try to put a dope sack in your hand. They was gonna try to give you something constructive that you can use your intellect towards. But like I said, now that we don't have like older niggas running shit, now these little niggas is on some, man, fuck them old niggas. Them old niggas don't know what they talking about. So these little niggas out here just figuring it out, basing it on, well, NBA Youngboy said, whoop-de-whoop, and look at NBA Youngboy. He got money. He doing good. He rich. I'm gonna do what that nigga did. So even though he ain't doing what he's saying he doing, to them, that's the cool shit. Because that's what all the rappers are saying. And young niggas worship cool. A lot of times it ain't even about who really getting money. It's about who looks cool. So even though
definitely just became cool.
Yeah, so even though nigga you might have it cracking, nigga, you might have a whole lot of money on the low that you hiding. You don't look as cool as the rapper looks, so they rather follow the rapper than the nigga who know what he talking about.
That nigga Takashi made rapping. I mean, not rapping. Rat and snitching on niggas cool. I guess now niggas just like fuck it. Like nigga, I'm gonna just tell. But I just think I get the civilian and the gangster part of it, but it just don't. A lot of times, I think niggas just ran away from what the real reason of being a gangster was, or the whole purpose of selling drugs and all this. Like you said, now it's about being cool. But at one point in time, it was because niggas was fucked up. Like you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no other route. You feel me? So it's like nigga, we ain't had no choice but to do this. So I definitely see the following of the this nigga said he murdered shit. I'm a murder shit. Then you got the Chicago drill. You been had the Bloods and the Crips, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I don't know how it's gonna change. I don't know how the older niggas gonna take their power back, but
I don't think they ever
Man,
get the power back.
it's over.
Oh,
It's
It's
over, man.
gone.
That's in the Old Testament. When we changing into the new world, and the way the new world is designed is not even close to what the old world is designed. We see the transformation from one side to the other, and they're not gonna get that power back. I don't want to say it's a wrap, but it's a standstill because it ain't going nowhere but down.
Yeah, and a lot of what it's really gonna take is like us as parents taking a more active role with our kids. And I can't say that you're not gonna have to combat what media is pushing to your kids, but like you gonna have to really do the best that you can to be a filter of what that information that they get is. Because like a lot of what me, niggas, like I was raised in the era of death row. Like, I was personally friends with a lot of these motherfuckers. Like BG Knockout is my close homeboy who I talk to like on a regular basis. So it's like, nigga, even though we had these negative influences, nigga, I also had, parents, my mom, my stepdad, and shit like that to tell me, like, nigga, them niggas rapping some shit they not doing. So don't follow what that shit look like because it just looks cool, but it's not sustainable. And with certain motherfuckers that was raised in certain environments in certain areas, like nigga, sometimes as parents, you gonna have to show their asses the receipt. Sometimes you're gonna have to scare their ass straight.
And
Let
what
them
about
motherfuckers
those
see
that
what the
ain't?
consequences is.
What about those that's on the same type of time that what I'm saying that everybody that you talking about ain't on? That's on. The
What you
parents are
mean?
being a problem in them damn selves. They've been following the same type of stuff. They ain't putting nothing on the table for them to eat
But
outside
see,
of junk. What about them?
that is a big part of what the problem is, though, on some real shit. Cause like I'm a lot of what I personally preach, like on my show, what I talk about is you can only help who you can help. So you do the best to take care of your motherfucking household. Like we all can't go. Like nigga, Martin Luther King's dream is for those who can accept it. Everybody else, nigga, some niggas you just gonna have to let crash. Like some niggas was just bound to fail. Like I could only take care of my children. The reason of my whole platform is God help as many people come listen to what I got to say as possible. But for those who can't hear it, those who can't catch it, those who don't want to fuck with it, nigga, let God sort them out, dog.
and that's really deep right there. Because like I said, man, I just look at growing up right now. I feel like I'm 50 years old because there's so many niggas I know personally who's getting Jerry Rice numbers, taking that steroid to heaven. So I'll be like, damn, I do feel like an old nigga, but I figured a way. You gotta have a job, nigga. Like
Yeah,
you gotta have that
and the
motherfucking insurance because the street nigga don't last long. That
because the
fast money
most
don't last.
I think the most fucked up thing of it all is like a lot of what had niggas in the streets from the inception of
Mm-hmm.
niggas in the streets was a lack of resources, a
Mm-hmm.
lack of ways to get out. Nowadays, nigga, we don't have that problem.
Fuck
Like,
no.
even though it is very difficult to be middle class, to have the what we call the American dream, it's a whole lot easier than it was in the 80s. It's a whole lot easier than it would. Like, nigga, all you got to do is jump on this motherfucker and create content. These little niggas making millions on YouTube. Like,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these niggas making a whole lot of money rapping. Nigga, it's a whole lot of jobs, small businesses motherfuckers could start. But again, like it's up to motherfuckers who have the information to share it with the younger generation. Like, man, you ain't even got to do that shit, little homie. Nigga, just pick up a pen, nigga, rap about some shit. Do some YouTube videos about some shit, nigga. Be the next DJ Academics, even though he's a bitch. He making money being a bitch ass nigga, just talking about what the fuck is going on outside. Like, niggas, it's too many ways to make money for you to be out here risking your motherfucking life literally over nothing. Cause I could see if you niggas was sliding for money, a lot of y'all niggas literally sliding to get on the internet and say you did it.
And a lot of niggas holding other niggas' money on the gram and think that's cool. They want to be a stack holder. That shit lame to me. You holding another nigga stack. You might as well be a stripper.
Human wallets.
You might as well be a stripper.
Yeah, nigga, you a human purse.
So let's say, as far as getting insurance, people getting life insurance for basically can't get rights, right? If 60% got insurance, life insurance on somebody, that rate that's going to be a problem because the insurance company is going to have to pay out of all these debts, and that's going to be a problem on them, right?
The funny thing is, I forgot who said it. It might have been Charlemagne or like one of those type of niggas. They was like, no, matter of fact, it was a white boy on TikTok. That nigga said, nigga, one of the easiest ways to solve a lot of the problems in the streets is to put life insurance on all these motherfuckers, and society will fix that motherfucking problem. When y'all gotta pay out these $80,000-$90,000 every time one of these little niggas get their head knocked off.
Well, really, what they said was on that road. What you saying? But they was like, he was like, basically, when the insurance, they were gonna do more investigation than a person actually paying the lawyer to do it. So it's like now we really gonna solve what the fuck really happened, then letting that shit go under the cover.
And sorry to say it, a lot of these get generational wealth off of these niggas, man. Sorry to say it like that.
I mean, it's a fact. It's a fact. The deals don't get signed right. You know, a nigga coming out the house, he already been living with bed bugs and roaches and couch to couch or whatever, and then you throw $100,000 in his face. But in the fine print, it tell you got to pay for your studio, you got to pay for your flights, but you don't see that because you ain't paying for it out your pocket. But it's like a credit card system, right? And basically, once they get put in them fucking positions, you know what I'm saying? They don't have no choice. Like, oh, you signed for 3 albums, and you got to come out like this, or you got to hit this quota, or you can't sign with nobody else. So they put them in these fucked up ass positions, and niggas really just be jumping. Like, nigga, my lights was about to be cut out last week. Nigga, I needed this check. Like, you know, some niggas don't have that patience. But that still goes back to,
These record labels taking out multi-million-dollar policies on.
Yeah, they taking out super life insurance because
they love seeing these niggas get laid the fuck down.
It's a business move.
They gonna push you talking about murder, right? Then they take out their policy, hoping that you get shot up. Now your songs, your music sell, but your deal that you took in the first place don't got nothing to do with moms, grandmas, cousins, sisters. So you know what I'm saying? It ends up being crazy. Like they just get crazy paid off of niggas, man.
But the first nigga I heard talk about the life insurance, man, I was listening to that motherfucker Victory Lap. When Nipsey said I got what he said, I got $1 million on my flesh, nigga. Like I said, damn, this nigga talking about life insurance. I never heard that shit till he said that shit. I was like, damn. You
got $1 million for what?
On his flesh.
Life insurance policy, yeah, because
look what type of life he was living though.
That's not
people don't anticipate that. People don't really anticipate that. That was a solution that we had in 2020 when we was doing the protests and all that. That's the summer of 2020. That if people had life insurance, then the police wouldn't be so quick to kill a brother. Because that's gonna put pressure on the police department to, you know what I'm saying, chill that out. That was the solution that we came up with.
Some of them niggas be unconscious. I don't think that they would chill out. I mean, maybe they'd start hiring more people, but I think they be unconsciously fucking with us, man. Whatever the fuck happened at home or whatever went on in their lives, they be fucking with us because I think what really is that so many police officers get off.
That's what it is.
I think that's what it's more. Not that they not gonna do it. Of course, they go, oh man, they got the badge, but they gonna see one of us. They gonna be mad that we won this civil situation. They gonna do it still. But I just think that they get off easier, like 3 years, 4 years. Like the insurance ain't about to play that shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
But I also think, man, I don't play that tough Tony game with them niggas, man, because I already know what they already thinking about. So I tell them niggas everything I'm doing. Hey, yo, my wallet right there. I'm making loud I'm not trying to.
I hear niggas.
There's a lot of niggas that fuck you, suck my dick.
Yeah,
Nah.
nigga.
How you talking doing all that aggressive shit?
Roll
to
all
these niggas,
four
man?
windows
Nigga,
down, nigga, all that.
I
I don't even want no
always,
smoke.
you know, cause like I always say, nigga, you look way better in that motherfucking courtroom than you look in the casket, my nigga.
You look in the casket, my
Like,
nigga.
nigga, I would much rather just shut the fuck up, let you take me down to the station, and then sue your ass for illegal detention than to be trying to, oh, nigga, you can't do this. I know my rights. And it's like, I understand, like, we do know our rights. Yes, what they doing is wrong, but my nigga, you look way better letting them niggas put you in the back of that motherfucking police car than them lighting your ass up because they feared
Seen a
for their
cell phone.
motherfucking life.
But
You
pride,
know?
that's when pride kick in. Too much pride.
Yeah.
Too much, you know what I'm saying? Uh wasted knowledge, because you can know the book, you can know the code books left and right. You've seen people on TikToks and videos reciting numbers and shit. That don't matter, because in the internet, like today or yesterday, we had a cop who got he just got a mistrial because he had killed the dude. What happened was he was driving from a dentist appointment on break, had his little subway bag, and he passed the cop. And as he got up to his door of his house, cop busted him in the back, saying that he feared for his life. He got off. So it's a lose-lose situation. You can't win. It's been over and over and over.
It was just a video where I guess dude arrested, searched him down and arrested the homie. He probably was like 18, 19, something like that. Arrested the little homie, man. Searched him down, everything, put him in the back. Now people do be having guns in mysterious places. I won't deny that, but I guess a acorn hit the top of the fucking police car. Man, this nigga ran, did some type of roll, got the firing off on the police car, man. But he ain't died though. I don't know what's going on with that situation right now. I know it.
Hey, but y'all as fathers, do you think it's important to teach y'all sons how to communicate as a man?
Hell yeah, license
nowadays,
right here.
Yeah,
man.
nigga. Like
I'm just talking about in general, just in life
of,
as a man. Just
when
in general.
Yeah, because like I tell them all the time, like, nigga, again, you look way better suing the police than you do getting shot by the police. So whatever they do, whatever they tell you to do, just do the shit, my nigga. Even if you know it's some bullshit, nigga. Even if that nigga tell you hop on one foot and cover your eyes, nigga, just do what that motherfucker say, my nigga. Because at the end of the day, you can lawyer up and handle that. You can't handle that when the motherfucker got a gun pointed at you.
But everybody ain't got the money for that. Everybody ain't got the money for that.
But the thing is, but the thing is, it's like this. You ain't got the money for the funeral neither. You better off trying to figure out having a public pretender defend you than trying to defend yourself against that motherfucking bullet.
You from Cali, bro? You seen people go through civil cases with police officers?
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of time, like, because the thing is, it's like this, nigga. Like I said, it's not that you gonna win in court. It's not like you got this phenomenal chance of getting a fat settlement from the police.
Right.
But your main objective is to take your motherfucking ass home. Like,
my
nigga,
my question for you though is, if you take a police officer to court or you going against the police, do that put a target on your back, especially being in Cali? It's
possible, but at the end of the day, it's like this. Like, I would much rather have the police watching me not do shit than get into one of these motherfuckers while he got his gun drawn and his motherfucking heart pumping.
Either way.
Yeah. Like, nigga, I would much rather be like, hey, nigga, them niggas pull me over every time they see me. Like, nigga, I could move to Ohio. Like, nigga, I could get out of town. But nigga, you can't get out of a casket.
Can't get out of a casket.
You know, nigga, you can get out of town. You can move, my nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck if the motherfuckers call ahead. Like, hey, man, we got a snitch coming to the city. Watch this motherfucker. Hey, nigga, I'm much better off with that than arguing with a nigga that's like this.
Ain't that like crazy? Like, they code is the same street code. Like, they got the same street code as. That's crazy.
They code way worse than the street code, because niggas snitch every day. The police don't snitch on each other. Like, nigga, 75% of niggas in the street snitch. That police, that's like a 1%. And even that 1%, nigga, they got such a level of punishment for the 1% of police that snitch on each other. That's why the numbers are so low. Because you'll see a nigga right now in the streets, in the hood that all you niggas is from, that's a rat. And he walking around like nothing ever happened. You ain't finna see no police officer tell on the police and he still run around with his uniform on.
Nah.
You getting up
Nah, they
out of
got a
here.
code. They got a
Yeah,
brotherhood code.
they don't play that shit. Like the street code ain't nothing like the police code.
No,
Like
it ain't.
police code something
It ain't
different,
no
dog.
comparisons. Apples and oranges, but they all fruits.
Yeah, exactly.
But
And
when you
them
say as fathers, it ain't just, do we prepare our sons for that? It ain't just about being a father, man. It's about being a part of the community. It takes a village. So the question is, every opportunity that you get in a situation where you know this child or this young teenager or young adult be going around doing too much, is you in the ear? No, they're not in the ear. And then in order for someone to respect to listen to you, they got to respect you. And in today's world, respect ain't automatic like it was back in our days.
Nah.
No, you got to earn it. If you ain't giving a person a reason to respect you, these young people ain't going to respect you. So
and
if
a
they're not
lot
going to
of
respect you, they're not going to listen to you.
yeah, and a lot of it is not even as much of like earning respect as, like I said, like now these little niggas only worship what they think look cool. Like
Yeah.
Not
sometimes
all of
you
them, though. Not all of them, though. You'd be surprised that more don't, because majority of them ain't on that stuff. A lot of, I can only speak for what I experienced, and I'm in Columbus, Ohio. We ain't cut like they are in California. It's a different, mindset. But a lot of them you got a lot of good young kids out here that already going through something mental at home, but they're not in the streets. But those that are in the streets, they don't have that influence, because those that's in the streets, they are looking up to the same type of individuals.
But
Mhm.
but at the same time, Lamar, they still hanging out with the niggas on the stupid shit. And all it takes for you to be affiliated with these niggas. They don't give a fuck. You hanging out with that nigga, that's what you are. Right now where I'm at. And them niggas, them get busy niggas still gonna shoot that nigga because he hanging out with you. So
And
it's a
see,
lot of it's a lot
And we
of
talking
shit
about
going
at
on.
30, we still doing that at 30, 35, 36.
You
We
know how
still
many
That
doing
niggas
ain't
I
that.
gonna
know
stop.
right now? You know how many times niggas I know that's old still acting like they 18? I know a homie right now, 45 years old, never had a job in his life.
and
Don't
see
even got a
that
license.
a lot of times that goes back to those old niggas that didn't do it when they was young niggas, so they want to catch
They
up.
try to relive their prime. Nigga,
You
your
know what I
prime
Oh,
is
mean?
done.
A lot of these
I
niggas,
don't think they was
they
on the
didn't have
show.
no prime. Yeah, nigga, they trying to have another prime because they was a buster when they was in the years of doing it. So now that all the niggas who was in their prime when they was young died off and went to prison, now they could sit up here and try to tell the young niggas, oh nigga, when I was your age, I killed 52 people, nigga. When I was
Exactly.
your age, I sold all the dope. When I was your age. So now they trying to be an old street nigga like Whack 100.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody in
And
LA has no record of Whack 100 back in the day doing a goddamn thing. This nigga just crawled out of the fucking gutter, and all of a sudden he this big OG. Like nigga, he's the prime example of an old nigga who ain't never done shit, but now he got a platform to pretend he was a gangster back in the day.
What
Like
about Big U?
Big U a real one. But
Okay.
Big U ain't one of these motherfuckers who's all over everybody's platform plastering it over. Everybody's saying Big U name. Big U's not the one with the microphone.
Shout out to him.
Everybody
We
else
got the
is saying
same
his
name,
name.
man. Shout out to Big U, man. We got the
I
same name.
gotta say this though, man. I said, man, 9 to 5 save lives.
Huh?
Who?
9 to 5 save lives. 9
Exactly.
to 5 will save your life.
But the
I don't.
thing is,
Okay,
like
okay.
niggas like Big U is pushing that. You know,
Can
like a
we
Go
can we
ahead, bro.
clarify 9 to 5, man? Like,
a
listen.
job that makes legal money.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. I get that. I get it. A job that makes legal money, and I get it. It don't matter if it's McDonald's. It don't matter if it's Walmart. But I do be wanting people to understand that even if that's what you have to do to collect the check, maybe your bills are you need it. You need this check from McDonald's right now. I get it. But I don't want people to think that should be the end all be all, though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not
Motherfucker
saying
tell me.
that. It's better
Well,
than
see,
But look though, I've heard
Go ahead.
motherfuckers run with that. Like, oh, don't you got a job? Like, bro, you've been at Subway for 10 years, bro. I'm not trying to hate because you've been working, bro. But come on, bro, you could have been did so much more. But you just stuck on that same. I got a job. That's all that
yeah,
matters. I
because
don't
like
want people to feel like that.
yeah, but that's
That
something
takes some pressure.
that's why I said YouTube. That's why, like I specifically said, like it's little niggas making content now, like legal money. Legal money spend way better than street money. Legal money is a whole lot more sustainable than street money. Like nigga, you can make money selling t-shirts. You can make money selling buttons, nigga. You can make fucking varsity jackets. Like niggas out here making carpets now. little niggas, stitching rugs
Man,
and
they
like
making
it's so many
candles,
creative,
nigga.
it's so many creative ways and talents that little niggas could figure out. Like niggas, YouTube tutorials showing niggas how to do all type of shit.
And you know
Nigga,
how
we
much?
could,
Even with Lamar doing, I know niggas right now making $100 a haircut.
nigga, that's what I'm saying, my nigga. So many motherfuckers right now, like
You
nigga,
licensed up, Lamar?
these
Uh,
niggas,
You licensed up?
oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
I got my joint in. I got my joint in the joint.
yeah, it's niggas out here literally driving vans with a barber chair in the back that'll pull up on you and nigga
That's
cut
fire.
hair out the back of a
That's
fucking van. Like,
But here's the thing, right? I mean, all that is good, but a lot of it comes from pressure. The pressure that is applied on them, the pressure to keep up with the Joneses, the pressure that females put on us because they always throwing it in a nigga's face that he broke. So if you broke and you trying to, you know what I'm saying, you got to go out there and get money. And then you got to, you know what I'm saying, protect your brand and, beef with niggas that's going to hate. It's a lot of negative energy that contributes to that. So, we can go on and talk all day about different scenarios and stuff, but let's talk about what's the solutions.
What Boom
Let's talk
said, what
about some
Boom
type
said
of
the other
solution.
day, what Boom said last month made an interesting thing. If niggas stop getting pussy for be on dumb shit, niggas will have to change.
but
Pussy rules the world.
bitches always gonna fuck retarded niggas, so we can't even use that. Bitches
That's
love a
why,
stupid motherfucker.
and see. So what he said. That's why I blame the females,
Bitches,
right?
yeah,
I don't.
bitches love a stupid ass nigga, but like
I
a
blame
lot
them.
of what us as like especially us that's on this platform, a lot of niggas gonna have to stop gatekeeping what it does that makes us money and start sharing that. It's a lot of us that make some cool bread, and instead of like putting little young niggas up on shit, it's a lot of older niggas that you'll see getting money and be like, damn, OG, what you doing? I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like some of us really finna have to start being like, look, nigga, let me pull you under my wing. This is how you do it.
Yeah.
Because like me
Watch them
personally,
niggas though.
nigga, I done put it, nigga. This ain't even no exaggerated number, nigga. At least 50 or 60 niggas behind the wheels of trucks. Nigga, I've been driving trucks since 2006. Like, nigga, every nigga who
You
I've
still
been
fucking
close
around?
to.
But
Yeah,
everybody don't have that. Everybody don't have the mentality. You got two types. You got the game should be sold and not told, and the game should be told and not sold. More people have the game should be sold and not told, and that's a problem. Each one teach one. They don't have that mentality.
Hey, I'm gonna
You
holler at
do,
you.
but see,
everybody ain't you.
and that's what I mean, though. But like, that's what I'm saying. That's literally what I said is my solution. Niggas gonna have to stop trying to sell the game. Niggas gonna have to stop looking at everybody as fucking competition. That's where we as black people in general is fucked up. It's too many niggas looking like, oh, if I put this nigga up on my hustle, that's gonna fuck
You gonna
my
be taken from
hustle
my
up.
bag. You gonna be taken
Exactly.
from my
Oh,
bag.
that nigga gonna be pulling food out my kid's mouth. And it's not even like that, dog. Like it's 24 hours in a day. It's enough motherfucking resources for all of us if everybody would have the mentality of you might do what I do, but you don't do what I do how I do. So I'm still gonna
Exactly.
have my clientele.
Exactly.
It's too many
Exactly.
niggas thinking like, oh, nigga, we all gotta share. If you cut hair and I cut hair, your customers gonna like, no, that's not even how this shit work at all, my nigga. Like, yeah, nigga, I put you up on cutting, but I got my clientele. You go get you some clientele, you go get you some.
It's the crab in the bucket syndrome. A crab get out, he don't want to pull nobody out, and they all trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's unfortunately it ain't gonna change because it ain't enough. It's more what they say, it's too many Indians and not enough chiefs. And
Yeah.
the Indians is all running around trying to, find some type, because everybody needs somebody to, look up to get advice, but whatever the case may be, to be some type of inspiration. He out there got the Benz and he out there got the girls and, we know he doing what he doing. So I need to get like him.
Yeah.
Instead of, looking at the person that's free, corny, he got, he's free and he corny, he ain't doing nothing, but that ain't what being pushed. That's too positive. Positive energy don't flow in this world. It gets looked down upon and the negative energy gets embraced. It's too much of it. The internet and females, it's just too much pressure for a dude to just go ahead and do it the right way, because that's going to take time. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get me a gun, get me a sack, get me a plug. That's all they want. I had a child, a grown man, and he was like, if I went to jail, man, I know I'd come out with so many plugs and this, that, and another. Like the mentality. Yeah, one of my kids came to me like that. Like
Hey,
the
Durant, what you
mentality.
said? What you said? What you told the nigga, man? I just want to know what the fuck you told that silly nigga.
Man,
man.
I told you sound stupid as fuck. And that just, you know what I'm saying, you just sound stupid. Like I don't talk to people like that. I change the subject. Like we ain't about to go back and forth. Oh, you don't know how it is. Not like I do know how it is, because I did that. I went that route. I lost a decade and a half going that route, you know, chasing that money, that easy money. When I could have got a job and been patient, this, that, like that's for suckers.
Yeah,
But
see,
the
like that.
music, the pressure, the women, all this comes in, you know, pressure bust pipes. And these niggas ain't built like that, for real. They want the easy way out.
Yeah, and that's a lot of what it is, you know, because like I said, like my solution is always just help who you can help. Because you know we can't help everybody. We can only help who we can help. That's, you know, why I'm glad a lot of us who have this mindset are getting platforms. You know, because yeah, there's a lot of bullshit in these podcast streets. I'm sure when you tell a nigga you got a podcast, or you tell a female you got a podcast, they like, oh, you a fake Kevin Samuels? Oh, you one of these motherfuckers? And I'm like, no, nigga, I literally
Hate,
push
straight hate.
positivity on my show, my nigga. Like my show is literally the voice that I wish I heard at a certain age. Like this is literally me being that old nigga that I wish I had, because I feel like a lot of our generation, I was born in the 80s, nigga, we didn't have what our fathers and uncles had, which was, oh man, it was this old nigga that pulled me under his wing and laced my shoes and showed me the game. Nigga, I didn't have that shit. I had a bunch of motherfuckers that was 5-6 years older than me, gang banging like a motherfucker, pushing me in the wrong fucking direction. But you know, luckily I was able to Euro step past that shit
Mm-hmm.
into finding something positive. So I use my platform to help the couple motherfuckers I can help, because I know I can't help everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that. As long as I can help 5 or 6 motherfuckers that listen to this shit. Long as I got 4 or 5 little niggas that DM me all the time and be like, man, good looking out, OG. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. And that helped me, my nigga. I'm in Tupelo, Mississippi, and that helped me, my nigga. So even though I can't help my little homies in Compton, I can't help the motherfuckers who literally see me every day. If I could just help a couple of motherfuckers, I just got to be comfortable with that shit.
And let me touch on that. And I'm speaking. We can only speak from our experience, right? And when I went to Lucas, I got sent to Lucasville in like 2004. And Lucasville in Ohio is the second worst penitentiary in the state of Ohio. And it was a game changer because I had OGs put me up under their wing. And you know what I'm saying, hold me accountable. Like all my life, I've never heard anybody ask me, why you do that? Like care enough to ask me, why did I do what I did? It was always, you know, pointing the fingers and getting on me when I made a mistake. And that right there, it changed the game, because it made me feel like, dang, this dude care about me, and this dude care about me. I need to care, and I don't even care about myself. Because if I care about myself, I wouldn't be putting myself in these situations. So that, and me being a barber, it allows me to sit down and talk to these individuals, and it feels so good when you hear, I didn't have me a you. Somebody telling me I didn't have me a you. And this is a young person, and you know, them calling, like you said, everybody need them a you, because you know what you bring to the table. Everybody need them a me, because I know what I bring to the table. And I, you know, talking to these individuals, but like you said, you can go to a high school and have, you know, the whole auditorium filled. You ain't gonna touch, and you speaking, you ain't gonna touch all of them. But as long as you touch one, that's all that matters, because that one could take that seed. Because what I call it is planting seeds. You plant seeds. A lot of people's soil ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So if you plant that seed of saying something positive, sometimes it takes time to grow. That's why we get older, we like, oh, that's what OG was saying. That's what Uncle Rod was saying. That's what Cousin Boone was saying back in the day. Because I call them annihilators. Hear me now, but feel me later, because you ain't gonna be able to feel what I'm saying right now. You ain't mature enough to grasp the concept of how important what I'm saying is till you get older, right? So we got to keep planting seeds. We need more seed planters like yourself. See, to plant these seeds everywhere we go, every opportunity. If it's a stranger, someone you know, whatever the case may be, we have to plant these seeds in hopes that that soil is ripe enough that it'll grow faster before it's too late.
Yeah.
And exactly what I tell niggas. I tell my son all the time. He getting to the age where he want to be tough Tony. That's a nigga. Putting your hands on people and being a bully doesn't end well. I know this firsthand. Like the tough, even the coward know how to get a weapon and stab a nigga.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
only
'cause
time. Go ahead.
I say that shit all the time, like, you know, because I'm sure it's the same everywhere else, but I say all like, nigga, bullies in LA don't last long. Like, nigga, all the motherfuckers who you know on the streets from LA is not big, strong dudes. Like, nigga, it be the skinny niggas that lay you down, my nigga. Like, bullying do not work well in the street, nigga. That shit work in funny movies of white kids. In the street, bullies don't work, my nigga. Like, even if you's a gunner, a shooter, my nigga, like, niggas like that don't last long. Like, nigga,
Nah.
it takes balance in any lifestyle, nigga, especially in the street. Like, nigga, yes, you want to be able to balance fear and respect. A lot of times in the street, it takes fear in order for you to gain respect. But you also must realize that, nigga, when people fear you too much, they will kill you. A nigga that's afraid of you will get rid of you. So the only thing that you need as far as fear is the ability to punish a motherfucker for doing you wrong. Anything beyond that, nigga, you ain't gonna sustain out this motherfucker. You gonna be gone within 4 years, if that. Damn, nigga, everybody froze. Goddamn.
I'm letting that breathe. I'm letting that
Yeah.
breathe.
I'm gonna speak on like where I feel the real fuck up is and really how I feel like I blame females, right? Is because like y'all was saying, hoes gonna fuck dumbass niggas all the time, and I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them dumbass niggas they was fucking like, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
the problem becomes that well the problem can be fixed where if a nigga selling dope and he not making sure that his grandmother has a banister to hold on to when she walked down her stairs.
The bitches still love him.
And that's the problem. Like,
but look, my pushback to that is this is where we fucked up at in the black community in general. We got to stop letting women lead any motherfucking thing.
It's not leading. It's not. Listen. So listen. It's not the leading point of it, right? Even though I get it, it looks like leading because it's like, okay, I'm talking about the mindset. Listen,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's giving them control. Even if it's only control over your dick, it's control.
But that's the only reason why niggas do the dumb shit they do. So you know what I'm saying? The only way to get these niggas to stop doing the dumb shit is to get the females to get on track too. Because I get it.
But the thing is, like, it's like telling somebody not to be attracted to something.
No, we still listen. That's not it, bro. I'm saying I get it that you attracted to this nigga because he got 20s or 24s or whatever sign on his card. I get it. But at the same time, are you checking to see what type of nigga this is? Because if a nigga feel like, okay, so if you not, and that nigga knows that these O's ain't checking, why is he gonna change?
Let me give you a scenario. How many, you know how, have you ever came across a woman who would, some women you can't, I'll tell you, some women, when it comes to sagging, some women will not allow you to sag, approach them and holler at them when they sag. They don't respect that. Now, let's just say all women was on that type of time. Like, you got to pull your pants up. Do you think that whole scenario would be what it is now? If women was like, yeah, you got to pull your pants up and looked at it as being disrespectful, like some women, real women do?
But again, the same problem that we have with these niggas, we have with women. It's the same exact problem.
But
so
our poor don't change because the problem is we can stand up. Every man on this planet can stand up and just be like, I'm gonna be a stand-up guy, and we all just decide to be stand-up men. The problem is that one of us gonna want some action.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, like, this goes into us as men gotta fix men, and we gotta let women fix women. Like, it's hard for us. Like, you're not gonna be able to do your show and be like, hey, ladies, stop fucking these dumbass niggas. They're
They
not
will
gonna stop, my nigga.
But
There's
Dolomite,
nothing you
in
gonna
the
say
same
to
way,
make them stop doing that.
but in the same way, we can with our own daughters. We can build
Well,
them up
yeah,
and
of
fill
course
them
you
up
can.
No, we
with
You can
can't
raise
games.
your
either
daughter
because
right, but
we
Yeah,
a
can't.
lot of these motherfuckers already lost. Like, nigga,
yeah, you're
it's
right.
easy to say to raise your kids, nigga, but what I'm saying
Mhm.
is like us as, like I said, your demographic is men, his demographic is men, his
I
demographic
know
is men.
women things are different from my eyes, but always talk about how they are used to be home economics and like type of curriculum back in the day. Mostly are tailored to ladies, how to be ladies.
I think there should be something like that for young guys, so grown men can teach the young ones how to be men.
Yeah,
A
nigga,
man,
that was
be
wood
productive,
shop,
have
auto
more.
shop, and all of those. The nigga, they took trades out of schools. You
Hmm.
know, that was the fucking thing. Like, nigga, men had just as many trades as they had. They had home ec, nigga. We had wood shop, metal shop, mechanic shop. We had a whole lot of shit too. Like, and that's the fucking thing. Like, society purposely made it fucked up like this.
Hey yo,
You
in
know.
LA, in Ohio, did y'all have like 4-H club in y'all projects? Like a
Who?
club, like awareness for like the youth. Like back in the 90s,
Like
I
there?
remember
Well,
like
we had those be in the recreational
yeah,
department and
clubs
things of
right
that
in the
nature.
projects. We had
But
like clubs and shit.
everybody's not going. There's two places really. Yeah, there's two places that a child can learn, and that's either at home or at school. So they ain't
Yeah.
learning it at home. They're supposed to learn it at school. Now, like you were saying, we was having, they just took out about 3-4 years ago. Matter of fact, I was up at my daughter's school last week, and I asked the secretaries, "What's up with home ec? Do they have home ec? Do they have wood classes?" They was like, "No," and I was like, "Those are life skills, life tools to help you cook, help you learn how to work with your hands and things of that nature." They don't even have that. But I felt like that was needed. Simple things that, as far as teaching a young boy how to, tie a tie and how to conduct themselves and, what they call it, conflict resolutions and things of that nature. They don't have none of that, because if you're not getting it at home, you should be able to get it at school. But they replace
Mhm.
all that stuff that's needed to help us succeed, help a child succeed
Why?
at life, that, you know what I'm saying, it's out the
Why?
window.
Why?
Now they're lost.
Why you think we supposed to get it at school?
Well,
Because
you're
if you
not
ain't get, because
supposed to get
it's
it
a
at
place to
school, but
learn. It's
yeah,
a place
that's
to
what school's
learn.
supposed to be.
You're supposed to, I'm just
Is it?
saying, if you,
Is
because
it?
where
No.
else can
Is
the
it
person
really?
learn?
Is it
Where
really
else
though?
can you learn?
Listen, from my understandings, public schools was made to teach children, us, how to work in a
Work.
safe
How to be
environment.
employees.
But in our days, they had home ec. If you wasn't taught how to cook at home, you could go to
So
school
when
and
we
go to
found
home ec
out,
and learn
so
how
when
to
we
cook.
so when we found out y'all was getting extracurricular activities that was gonna help y'all break outside the little matrix we got for y'all, we take it away, right? That's what I'm saying. It's not. It was never for us to get better. It was for us to better them. You know what I'm saying? All of us who have to be a part of this public system. So when we talk about like what the public should have been doing, like it's only one place to learn. That's at home, like you said. The public schools, they was never meant to teach us, especially not us. They was never meant to teach us, like
But
never.
But like that's
I
why, like
right.
with the whole basis of what this conversation was really about, like us as men, us as leaders, like we got to do a better job of leading. Because like I said, my nigga, like niggas can't allow pussy to be the leader. Like we can't allow our thirst for getting some coochie to be like, hey, if these bitches stop fucking these niggas, the whole shit gonna change. Because like I said, nigga, like if we don't fix us,
What
we
can you
can't.
tell it? What can you tell a 13-year-old nigga that got $30,000, bro?
You gonna have to be that motherfucking grown man that got more than that. Because the thing is, it's
That's
not.
the
But all the 13-year-olds ain't running around with 30 bands though.
they not.
Like, and
But
A lot of
again,
niggas run around $200. Like
that's what I'm
that's it
saying.
in their
So like
pocket.
you gonna have to be the one that, like I said, like you gotta fix who you can fix. Like that little 13-year-old that got that 30 bands, you just gonna have to watch him get his head bust open. A lot of times you gonna have to be the one in your household with your son, like, yeah, he got 13 racks right now, but watch that nigga in the long run.
Man, you
You
can
know,
lead a
Yeah.
like
horse to water. You can't make them drink. You still got to plant
exactly.
that seed.
Yeah, exactly. So you
And we
just
ain't
gonna
even
have
talking about right now. Like, oh, you can lead a mule. You can lead a mule because the difference between a horse and a mule is more stubborn. These little young kids, they stubborn as hell. Not the little ones, but the ones that's 13 and older. You can't tell them nothing. So when we come to a resolution, we have to start with the younger ones, the ones that are single digits. So by the time start planting them seeds within them. So by the time they get in their 20s, then them seeds gonna start growing and blossoming into what it was planted for, what it's supposed to, what is purpose. That's the only solution, is to focus on the young ones. Because the ones that's already out there in the streets at 12 and 13, 14, 15, and so forth and up, they already influenced. Kids are clay. And it's our job as the OGs to mold them. And how we mold them is we plant seeds, in hopes that all we can do is our part. As long as we
Yeah,
do
that's
our
it.
part, then
Every
we did our job.
exactly,
we did our
exactly,
job.
because
And
that's
that's
what
why
I'm saying. Like,
go
I
ahead.
can only I'm only fixing who I could fix. Like
Mhm.
I'm saying, like I don't even do the debate shit where I'm gonna try to like tell you your solution is wrong, because if that's
Mhm.
what you honestly feel is the right way, then do what it takes to help who you can help. I'm only telling you what I'm doing, because like I said, like it makes me happy when I have younger niggas from all over the country who'll tell me like, hey homie, that shit really helped my nigga. Like, I'm from whoop de whoop bam bam. I ain't never gonna see this nigga. I ain't never gonna shake this nigga's hand. But if something that I told him that he's using wherever the fuck he at, I felt like I did my job. Like I tell motherfuckers all the time, I don't make no bunch of money podcasting. I didn't buy none of this shit off money I made podcasting. Nigga, I do this because I genuinely see it as a mission. I don't see this as no hustle. Nigga, I've been making money, nigga, before I even knew what a podcast was. But the reason that I do this is because I do enjoy being able to help motherfuckers. So it's like if you got the same mindset that I got and you trying to help somebody, nigga, I'm not finna talk you down. I'm not finna tell you what you doing is wrong. I'm just gonna tell you, nigga, do as much of that shit as you can, my nigga. I'm happy to see that you trying to help motherfuckers. Even if we got a different way of doing it, I'm just glad to see a motherfucker doing it.
And that's why I go around. Sometimes I go to my hood and I be like, "Yo, stay sucker free." I know I can't tell you not to do something. You gonna do what you want to do, but man, there's other options out here. God bless you. Hopefully, you know what I mean. I pray for you, brother, but I'm not on that time. But I understand that's what you think is best for you, but there's other ways. I give niggas pamphlets like I'm Nation of Islam, but if you don't want to take it, that's on you.
Yeah, cause that's what I'm saying, my nigga. Like you can only help who you can help. Like, like I said, nigga, there's little niggas who got more money than me. There's little niggas who got a better car than I drive and all that shit. And God bless you, little homie. But if you want to make it to the age that I'm at and be in a good position
Woo!
like I'm in, nigga, there's ways of doing that. And that way you going, I know way more failures than successes, my nigga.
And that's
Like,
planting seeds. That's all you can do
yeah.
is plant seeds. That's our job. When we have that energy, the way that you have, and all the ones that are like us, that's our job. We have to do what we're designed to do, and that's plant seeds and then hope that they grow. So I mean, that's all we got to do. That's all we can do. There's nothing else but to continue planting seeds and showing our examples by stories and speaking our word and speaking what needs to be done or what you did and try to lead by example. That's all we can do. All the
And,
rest of them, man, they gonna go through what they're going through. And even if they're going through what they're going through, it's still, even you see it happening because the writing is on the wall, you still got to plant that seed. It's our job. It's our duty as a community, as chiefs in this village full of Indians, lost Indians. So every time you get engulfed and every time you get in engaging with the Indian, it's your job as the chief to plant that seed and going about your way and hope that it, what I'm saying, hope he can see what it is and on to the next one.
and that's the major point. And I told these young niggas, I said, man, at the end of the day, man, y'all gotta live y'all life, man. There ain't no mulligans on life, man. I wish I could change a lot of things in my life personally, but there ain't no mulligans in life. And sometimes that's what you gotta think about, man. You got these, don't be making these babies and you putting this powerful name on them. Now your babies, if you don't fix yourself, gonna think they gotta live your name. I got people right now. I went to My daughter go to my old elementary school. I was a high-headed little nigga in elementary school. I'm stabbing teachers, wilding out. Now, motherfucking teachers telling me, telling my daughter, your dad was a wild nigga. I said, that was me then. That's not me now. That don't define me now. I'm not a hot-headed nigga no more. High-headed niggas don't live.
Yeah,
like high-headed niggas don't live to 32.
And a lot of times, like nigga, that's going, that's just part of the story that you tell motherfuckers, like as your testimony when you trying to help somebody. Like nigga, I was a stupid motherfucker like you, little homie. Cause like that's what it is with me. Like, niggas where I'm from, like they know what it was when I was on my active shit. And like I tell them, my nigga, like I wouldn't have lived forever doing that bullshit. That's why I do what I do now, my nigga. Like it's a whole lot easier getting a weekly check than doing what you doing. Like, yeah, nigga, you might get fast hits of money real quick and that's cool. But my nigga, all it take is one mistake and you gonna be gone all day. Like, nigga, my biggest fear is getting a ticket when I get pulled over. Nigga, when you get pulled over, nigga, you can lose everything. All it take is the right motherfucker asking the right question, and that's gonna fuck everything up for you. Like, nigga, there's a thing that motherfuckers in the streets talk about, like not trusting nobody. I'm like, my nigga, for you to be a street nigga, you gotta trust everybody. Because when you in the street, you gotta trust your plug. You gotta trust the niggas whoever you do any crime with, you gotta trust that they not gonna tell on you. I'm like, my nigga, you in a job that literally you're dependent on everybody that you interact with, my nigga.
And
That's
the biggest
the
thing,
worst place
Dolomite,
to be
and the biggest thing, Dolomite, is the worst thing to tell somebody in the street is no. That no come back on and haunt you. You tell a nigga no.
Yeah, and that's the fucking thing. Like I be telling them little niggas, like, nigga, you literally in a job where all it take is the one mistake. All it take is the right motherfucker to not like you. All it take is the right motherfucker to know more about you than they should know. And that could crumble everything for you. Whether you end up dead or locked up, my nigga. I'm like, dude, like, nigga, I got benefits. I got a 401k. I got all type of shit. And yeah, like I tell little niggas, I might not have $150,000 at the same time. I might not have a brand new Benz off the lot, nigga. I might not have all the shit that you think you got, my nigga. But like I tell them all the time, if you watch any of these hood movies, if you hear about any of these names like Freeway Rick Ross, a lot of these niggas run was 5 or 6 years, if that. Those niggas don't live forever. Rick Ross ain't still making money. El Chapo ain't still make all the niggas you looked up to as street niggas that you thought had it cracking. Them niggas had a window this big.
Yeah.
Is it really worth this window?
And that's what I tell a lot of the young boys that be in the game like that. I tell them, like, the whole purpose of you, the whole objective is you to get in and get out, get the money and do something with it, because the longevity ain't there. You got too many equations against you. You got the police, you got the snitches, you got the bitches, you got the niggas, the stick up boys like I used to be. You know what I'm saying? You got so many different equations that are after you that you have no time to think about trying to extend your career, make a career out of it. You got to get in and get out. Because me telling them, you need to get out of it, you need to stop. They're not, no. If you're going to do it, get in and get out as soon as possible and turn that dirty money into some clean money. That's what I tell them. Because, I mean, that makes more sense than you need to get out or you're going to go to prison. They know.
Yeah, you can never oversimplify your message.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I grew up with some niggas that, didn't have their mama and dad, like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't had nobody. You pretty much orphan ass niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard to talk to them, right? Because, nigga, this is all they know. Like, period. This is all they fucking know. And so when y'all say, like, well, switch this and switch that, it's like, it's more easier to say than to a nigga who ain't never heard this word before that you just used, you know what I'm saying? Whatever word it was. I'm not saying that either one of y'all used the word. I'm just saying, like, whatever word that we speaking when we talking to this person, they may not even understand the language that you're speaking, and then you may break it down. But still, and so niggas, it's people out here who just didn't have nothing coming up, bruh. And it's like them the ones who you really, really, really got to touch. Like these kids out here who growing up with no mama, no dad, uncles touching on them, aunties touching on them, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like them the ones that really got to be, because them the ones who come out the toughest, right? Them the ones who come out like, ain't nobody fucking with me. I'm gonna take this over. I'm a, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. Them the ones who come out being on the bullshit.
But them the motherfuckers who you got to get the closest to. You know, like I be telling motherfuckers, like a lot of the problem in the hood be like certain motherfuckers to see people and they'll just immediately write them off. Like, oh, he a motherfucking knucklehead. You know, like I be telling motherfuckers, like, I post clips on my show all over social media. And people will be like, oh, why do you got to use that language? Why do you say nigga so much? Why you
speaking
cuss
that
so much?
language. You speaking that language.
Exactly. I'm like, my nigga, I speak to who needs the help. If you don't like the N-word, you don't need my motherfucking help.
Right.
If you don't like profanity, you don't need my help. If you wear button-up shirts and you know you wear sandals and shit, you ain't the nigga who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the niggas who talk like this. I'm talking to the niggas who dress like this. I'm talking to the niggas who literally like, nigga, you ain't even got no jewelry. Why am I gonna listen to you? Like, that's why I wear this motherfucker. Like, I like for niggas to be like, oh, that nigga on. Damn, that nigga be fly as a motherfucker. Let me see what he talking about. Cause
Exactly. Let
niggas
me
ain't
listen to
finna
him.
listen to somebody they can't fucking relate to.
Exactly.
I can't jump out with the Birkenstocks and tell a bunch of hood niggas like, hey guys, that's the wrong way to go. You shouldn't do that. They're like, the fuck out of here, old nigga. You don't know what the fuck we over here going through. But then
You
when I
gotta
tell
speak
them
their
like,
language.
I'm a Crip from Compton like you, my nigga. I done did everything that your low ass done, my nigga. I seen that. I got niggas I done went and personally picked up from prison. These are my friends that I was everyday niggas with. These motherfuckers took the L doing everything that you doing. I'm trying to help you skip that step, my nigga.
So
It's
what
a
if
lot
you,
of niggas lost a lot of years doing exactly what you did.
so do you have, okay, so gang life. I know about hoods, you know what I'm saying? We do hoods projects, you know, where I'm from and shit. But as far as your gang life, do you think that as far as being a Crip, some of your peers that you grew up with and went through whatever y'all went through, would you say it's your job to, and including me, even being in whatever hood and apartment complexes I was in, would you say it's our job to talk to the people, our peers, about talking to the younger ones like this, doing podcasts and opening up more about how to change? Would you say it's our job to get them to turn, you know, I guess, to the media and talk to the kids as well?
Like it's not as much our
We can't
job,
do it.
yeah, as it is like, nigga, I'm always a proponent of doing what you feel is best. You know, like whatever you feel to be the best solution for you and your group, you do that. So like with my homeboys, like I always say, you got to do the best that you can to help mold the people who you have influence over. So I'm not finna have complete influence over every little young nigga from where I'm from. Because it's a lot of, you know, little homies from my hood that look at me as like, man, cuz just a square. That nigga just a truck driver. And that's cool. But the 2 or 3 little niggas who be like, hey, damn, cuz, I just seen your podcast. You be saying some real shit, nigga. I can help them niggas. But the other niggas, hey, nigga, I'm gonna let God deal with you, homie. Like, you'll get it when you get it. All I could do is give you the information and feel as good as I can about the fact that you can't say I didn't tell you. You can't say I didn't try to put you up on game. So if you
Plant the
didn't listen,
seed.
that's on you, little homie.
Yeah, that's on them.
You
Either they
know,
get
like,
it or they don't get it.
yeah,
But
exactly.
that's
So it's
neither
like
here
I
nor
can only
there.
help who I
What's
can help.
important is that you did your part.
So Jamar, me and you did we did the percentages, right, of the 14 million people. That was me and you, wasn't it?
Right.
And it was like 700,000 basically. That would 5%ers, right?
Right.
That's what we're talking about. So 5% of people gonna fuck around, right? Out of 14 million black people, 5% gonna fuck around. So that's 700,000. You know what I'm saying? Which is still a lot. How the fuck do we reach them? You know what I'm saying? How are we supposed to be reaching these people who gonna fuck around with the 700,000 if we are telling people to do whatever it is that they feel is necessary, even though we all want the same goal, which is what? Peace.
Yeah, but it's like,
I'm not saying peace for much. I would just want niggas to see the options. Like it's options out here. Like if I can say 5, 4, I'm good with that. 4 out of 700. Like at least we still giving the options out here. That's what I think it is. You can't save everybody like that nigga said.
yeah, because the thing is, it's like this, my nigga. A whole bunch of ones is better than a whole bunch of nuns.
Right.
Like
But here's the
nigga,
thing. But here's the thing. With today's young, we, like I said, man, we got to focus on the young. The
Single
5,
digits, like you
6,
said,
and
the
7 and
single
8 year
digits.
olds, the ones that are their mind is starting to develop and see things like, you know what I'm saying, become, they're innocent at one point in their life in the beginning, but then they start coming out of that innocence and start seeing. And that's the time that we need to go ahead and it takes a village. We
yeah,
need to come together and focus on them because the ones that's already in double digits, they already, you know what I'm saying? There have to be some type of program that we got to install.
But that's
Like I
but that's
said, if we can't get them if it ain't happening at school, at home, then we got to establish it at the other place that they're at all the time. And that's that school. But the
that's
boards of education don't want to put in that. We got to work on the emotional part of it. And we got to work on, just really, it's really the emotional part of it.
the
Because a lot
mental.
of these kids, they're emotional. A lot of these adults, they get in situations where they're emotional and they're not thinking. So we need to get them. That's how we get at it.
Look, but at the same time, like you said, you like to use the Indian, the chief, the village. You like to use that. That's the point I'm trying to make. Because if I'm hearing Dolomite, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna tell you, okay, bro, you gonna do it how you do it, whatever you're doing to influence them. Just hopefully it's positive. Handle that, like you know what I'm saying. And then on your end, you like, well, it take a village. So then on the village side, it's like, well, I'm doing the watermelon, my nigga. You got to grab the cherries, and you over here with the oranges. You know what I'm saying. So it's like, how the fuck do niggas come to where we like? Nigga, everybody on the same page within this 700,000. You feel me? Or somebody start this shit because myself personally, like I'm hearing you say you do the trucking, right? I got my CDLs unrestricted, right? No restrictions and shit. So I'm looking like, okay, well then he say he put people behind the trucks. I might go holler at him. But at the same time, I also want to be able to tell my homie, go holler at Dolomite for the trucking. Go tell your homie, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be hard, like y'all said earlier in the conversation, because niggas be like, oh, I don't want to put him on. He probably gonna do better with me or do better with him, or stop right here. I'm gonna just do. So it's like, how do we fucking come to the point where everybody just on the same fucking page without telling a nigga to do them?
Organization.
niggas gonna have
Organization.
to. But the thing is, it's not even as much organization because that's like one of those overly simplified things. Like that's like saying we need unity, nigga. We all know that. We all know that part. The problem is the how, and a lot of what the how is like Lamar said, like nigga, it's gonna be a mental shift. Like niggas is really gonna have to change their mindset from everybody is competition to everybody's a fucking teammate. Like nigga, we looking at our team as competition. Like we so focused on the name on the back of the jersey, we forgetting that we all got the same name on the front of the jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's too many niggas that's being taught that like you supposed to be the top nigga
That's fine.
as opposed to our crew should be the top crew. Like us as black people in general, like nigga, we all supposed to be nigga. I need that. I need to instead of just saying brother, we need to really look at each other as a brother. Like we've been using the term brother
Oh shit! Break that down. Break that
ever
down.
and ever and ever.
Break
But
that
we don't
down.
treat these niggas like that's our brother. Niggas say brother all motherfucking day and then treat that nigga like competition. As opposed to being like, nigga, that's my brother, homie. Like, even though I don't know this nigga and we don't live in the same neighborhood, like niggas will go to prison and will make a motherfucking spread with 20 niggas from 20 hoods and then get out of jail and be shooting at that same nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like niggas got way more unity in prison than we got on the street, and we need to have that same prison unity on the street.
Damn.
I ain't never heard that shit
You
before.
eat
That's
that shit.
crazy
You eat
right
that
there.
shit on the button, man. You eat that shit on the
Like,
button, man.
That's
hey,
different.
nigga,
Go to jail and make a spread with the same niggas they get out and shoot at. I don't know if I ever heard about that situation in my head.
That shit
Different.
crazy. Yeah.
shit, you been to
That's
prison?
different. I mean, no, I ain't never been locked up
Okay,
either.
yeah, because
But
Lamar, you been to prison, right?
You're right. That's facts. That's facts.
Look at
That's
him.
facts.
He's like,
and at the same
That's
time,
facts.
see, Lamar from Cleveland, right? So I'm from
No,
Mac.
I'm Columbus.
Are you
Columbus.
Columbus? Okay, so then he from the capital of this, you know what I'm saying? I think they recently, last 15 years started doing the blood shit for sure. But I'm from Akron, right? So I get the whole Midwest, the whole hood thing, the whole inner city niggas doing all this gangster shit. I seen it, been around it, had no choice, you know what I'm saying? I'm one of them niggas who had to sleep on people's couches, you feel me? At 16, 17, you feel me? So I seen the shit, car parties, all that. But I'm just saying, like, I never when niggas got out of jail, you feel me? It was around the niggas that they fuck with. So if they was shooting, it was a nigga they was already shooting at 10 years ago or some shit. It wasn't never like they would be in jail making spreads with this nigga because we in jail together. Now, I will say, I knew niggas who was talking about like in Trumbull and shit like that, where the Cleveland Akron beef was. So niggas from the east side or the west side of Akron, they probably would click up when they go to jail because it'll be a whole bunch of Cleveland niggas who like fuck Akron and vice versa. You feel me?
But see, I mean prison.
See,
Or if they come from,
Jail.
we get a lot that come from up north down to mid, the heart of Ohio, and when they're out of place, they all click together.
Regardless.
Then when they go back, it's back to the same old.
And see,
So I get the whole spread.
That's what I mean. Like, nigga, you niggas will be making a motherfucking burrito with shit that all y'all brought from the store and putting it together and breaking bread with each other. And then when you get out that motherfucker, you go right back to your bullshit. Like, niggas need to cut that. Because it's a whole lot of motherfuckers. Like, it's not that we can't get along, because in the right circumstance we can get along.
Yeah.
You put niggas who done literally shot each other sitting in the same motherfucking table spreading. Niggas, hey nigga, I'm finna make this pruno. Nigga, you want some? Like, these niggas be like this when they locked up, nigga. We need to take that same motherfucking energy and put that shit on the fucking streets, my nigga.
And it's very possible.
You can't get along.
It's very possible.
You choose not to get along.
That's like you got Crips and Bloods eating breaks. But then when they go back out in the real society, they separate again.
Yeah, because nigga, when you go to the pen in California, you and that motherfucker with Crips, Bloods, Hoovers, Pyrus, all that shit, my nigga. Like, nigga, and we all like this.
Segregation? Oh, okay.
We the blacks. Nigga, it ain't no Crip card in prison. Ain't no blood card. That's in jail. When you in prison, it's black versus everybody.
Yeah.
We might have some Samoans with us. We might have some Asians with us. But we the motherfucking blacks, my nigga. It ain't the Crips and the Bloods and the Hoovers we ain't separate, my nigga. We all fucking together.
Because let some white people do some shit. Let the whites come in, Aryan nationhood, anything like that. We all come together
as a group. Yeah,
forget our differences. We got something to come. We got something we got to take care of.
Exactly, nigga. That's why I said, like, nigga, Trump was my favorite fucking presidency, because you ain't never seen niggas get along all together to say fuck that person. Like, nigga, we was. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't give a fuck where you from. We all black and we all against this motherfucker. Like, that's the fucking thing. Like, when white people show themselves as open enemies, black people become friendly. Nigga, once we get in a setting where we all feel out of place, that's just like, let's hypothetically say you a GD and he a vice lord, or you a GD and he a BD. If all y'all niggas was to move to Iowa and you in a full white neighborhood, you in that BD or you in that GD,
go out the window. Yeah.
Y'all niggas friends.
Right. Yeah. You got my back. I got your back.
Yeah, we need each other today, my nigga. So we finna click the fuck up. We gonna throw all that O block and OTF or whatever the fuck shit we got going on. We gonna kill that shit, nigga. We black today, and we need to do that shit.
But it's all about survival. That's the key. It's all about survival. Coming together to survive, to get through, having each other's back. We don't have that out here. So now that we got that, what do we do to get that?
Remind our kids who the real enemy is.
The kids, and it comes all the way back to the kids. That is the solution. That's the only solution that we really have. Because once we lose them, it's over with.
I think
it's over with.
I think we need to do and I mean, trust me, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of informants, a lot of moles, if that's what you want to call them, that pull up. But I think it needs to be like a public service announcement for a meeting for niggas who just want to be. For niggas who gonna just really like you. And I think the real ones probably gonna put their money in and fly. I flew all the way from New York. I flew all the way from Atlanta. Wherever the fuck we set this shit up at, I think it needs to really be set up. And the people that come, nigga, we just figure it out. Because honestly, you ask me, we just need some motherfucking land. And then we start from there, bro. And I don't feel like the motherfuckers who ain't got no that want to deal with it gonna come. You feel me? Which means everybody that's around to set it up. And I really just feel like we just need some land credit, all that shit. Niggas put their shit together.
But here's the thing, that's going against the system. There's a system designed to divide us. It's been like that, and it's stronger than ever, and it's going to keep getting strong. So whenever we're trying to move forward, they're going to push us back. Anytime a colored man, for example, the dude who owned the banks over in Africa, he all of a sudden he gets killed in the, you know what I'm saying? He get killed in a plane crash. Anytime there's a threat to the system, what happens? Some BS happens.
Go ahead. I think we need to start with our branches. That's
because this is what I was saying not too long ago in a private conversation. One of my homeboys about Farrakhan. I don't have nothing against Farrakhan. I'm not mad at him. You know, I appreciate everything that he's done, and it's cool. But as far as like Farrakhan go, the reason that nigga's still alive is because he ain't really done what he could have done. Because I was telling a homie about the fucking Million Man March. If that nigga said, fuck a march, this is going to be the $1 million man investment into a black bank, they'd have killed that nigga.
What?
That nigga would have said, look, when we do this $1 million man march, what I'm going to speak on is every single one of y'all niggas going back to your neighborhood and starting a black business. Every single one of you million niggas, y'all go register to get a legal firearm. If that nigga gave those 1 million men a mission, they'd have killed that nigga.
I feel you on that one. I feel that one.
I mean, that goes
we got a comment. We got a comment real quick. She said I had an ex who said the same thing. He did 10 years in prison. He feasted with everyone. He kept in contact as much as he could when he got out. Soon as he got out, he did things the right way. He tried to put the same dudes on. They went back to BS. He did his trucking, and he's going to push dudes free 99 cents. Yeah, that's
he was going to put dudes on for free 99 because it was so guaranteed
on his offer. And see, that's the fucking thing. Like I said, nigga, like niggas need to take that same unity from prison and bring it to the street. But again, you can only help who you can help. So even if out of 50 niggas you was making them spreads with, you was able to help 2, nigga, God bless you for that too. My nigga, be happy with the 2 that you was able to help. My nigga, like you can't feel like you failed because you couldn't help everybody, my nigga.
But I want to just go back to the bank situation, and you know, if he would have Farrakhan, if he would have just, you know, made the $1 million man bank and they would have killed him, you know, a lot of people, of course, gonna die during this situation. But it's like, do we die on our knees or do we die on our feet, right? Because of course niggas gonna have to fight. But if you get enough niggas who got their credit right, got their mind right, 20 niggas, $2,000, 40,000. That's 40,000. I don't know, somewhere close to that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas buy some land. And that's a trucker. As a trucker, you seen land. You see this land out here, bro. You see it. Nobody's around. Like,
but like that's why like my solution is literally, my nigga, like every leader has to lead. Like, stop waiting for another Malcolm X. Stop waiting for another Martin Luther King. Because everything that them niggas said when they was alive is still applicable.
But them niggas still had a chain, bro. It wasn't.
No, but what I'm saying is like this: if you honestly listen to the speeches that them niggas made, if we would just do what they said to do, we'd be 100 years past where we are.
But then both of them niggas have it backwards as well. Listen, respect to both of them. But then they have it backwards by the end. Then they figure out that they was like, hold on, we did this the wrong way. We went the whole wrong way about this. At the end of the day,
no, right Martin said he went the wrong way because he wanted to integrate with white people.
Malcolm did too until he went to
Malcolm said he had it bent because of his religion. But what they were saying as far as black people unifying, spending with each other, helping each other, and looking out for each other, them niggas didn't have that bent. Them niggas had certain little things bent. Yes, the whole we need to hug and hold hands with white people, yeah, he was wrong. But as far as nigga, Martin Luther King was saying we need to get motherfucking reparations. He wasn't wrong in that. You know, Malcolm X was saying as black people, nigga, we need to say fuck the Democrat Party and the Republican Party. We just need to, as black people, start circulating our dollars amongst each other and use our political power to get these motherfucking parties to do something that's gonna help us. And if they don't help us, fuck them. That nigga wasn't wrong in that. It's a whole lot of what they said that literally today, if we did what them motherfuckers said to this fucking day, we be way past where we supposed to be. But niggas as a collective are waiting for the Messiah to tell us what to do. And that's why we fucked up, because we like, man, we need another Malcolm. We need another Martin. Nigga, all
Let
we
me
had
ask
to do
you.
was
Let me ask
listen
you
to
this.
what the fuck
We
they
need to go
said.
get some land, man. We don't
Let
need
me
to
ask you
get
this.
reparations.
Without the help of, if without the help of white people, because they run everything, they sign shit and make shit happen and give us what we want, businesses, anything. Without the help of white people, the assistance of white people, can our people do it?
Yes,
It depends on how you asking that question.
bro. If it's
If
$700 of us,
you
But here's
asking
the
that
thing.
question in
Let's
the
say
sense of necessity, yeah, we can. But if you asking that question in the sense of if they was to leave us right now, we'd be in a world of shit.
that's what I'm saying.
because of our
Now
mentality,
I'm
though.
saying, now I might be wrong. Now this is
Only
how I
because
see
of
it.
our mentality.
If I want to, let's say we all decide, let's go to Congress or whoever and see if we can buy one of these states. Put all the black people with money come together and let's buy this state, all this land, and we start, what I'm saying? If we was to do that, do you think that's possible? You think they will allow us to do that? To have our own what is it? Black Wall Street. If we
Well, the
had the opportunity,
problem,
the money, and the funds to start another Black Wall Street, do you think the powers that be, white people, would allow that to happen?
is like we ain't supposed to do what they gonna allow us to do, because like Malcolm
But
said,
this is
nigga,
their
they
shit.
ain't
This is
gonna
this is their
allow
shit.
us
We
to
can't
do
do nothing
shit.
without them. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. You can't have a business. Nobody owns nothing in this land. No black man owns nothing in this land because white man owns all of it. You can have a building. You're a business owner. That's your building. You bought the building. You pay rent, whatever. That don't mean that you got the property.
Yeah, but
The property owner is owned by the banks, and the bank want to sell that to somebody, you out.
yeah, but the
So my
thing is,
my point is, you can't do nothing. We can't move unless they allow us to move. That's that's my thought.
That's not
If I'm
true, bro.
wrong, correct me.
That's not true. But go ahead, Dolomite. But I don't
but
feel like that's true, bro.
but see, this is the thing. It's not that we can't do something without them allowing us to do it. Because the thing is, like, nigga, no freedom was ever given. It always has to be taken. So we gonna have to do what we gotta do in spite of them, despite them. So even if it's gonna take for us to do some shit that might possibly be illegal, because my thing is, you can never have anything of value without the ability to protect it.
So we took
You
our
know,
freedom. So our ancestors. You saying our ancestors took their freedom after 400 years of being in slavery?
yeah.
Hell no, but they slaved each other after
Be,
they got free
be,
because they ain't know nothing else. They still did the same shit.
because it's like this, my nigga. The slaves got free because of a necessity on white people's part. Like, though they couldn't not free us, because if they wouldn't have freed us, the union would have been broken and the South would have been its own country and the North would have been a third world country. But as far as everything that we have today, nigga, it took some motherfuckers to break a whole bunch of laws in order for us to just get the little bit that we got. It took boycotts. It took riots. It took a whole lot of motherfuckers kicking doors down for us to
It took
be
a
able to
new
just do little
mindset. That's
simple
all.
shit.
It took a new mindset to make those
Let me
orders.
say
Well,
this to both of y'all.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I never disagreed with you when you said that it had to be a mental shift, and that's what I'm saying, my nigga. Like, we literally have to, as black people, change the way that we see each other, the way we treat each other, the way we view each other, and the way that we view them. It's a whole lot of niggas out here literally afraid of white people. It's motherfuckers literally out here that really think that white people are ahead of us because they're smarter than us. And that's not the fucking case at all, my nigga. Like, they have an unfair fucking advantage, but that don't mean that we can't still beat them, because we've proven thousands of times that no matter what they put on us, we can beat them as long as we convince
But we
ourselves.
got to get the chance to be able to compete, the opportunity to compete, and we're not getting that opportunity
We
to
have
compete.
that. Listen, bro, we got the opportunity with just niggas like myself, right? Because just on my end, bro, if I'm willing to die for my brothers because I understand what they're going through, and I just got blessed to not have to. I got a brother right now that's doing. Hopefully he get out next year. Like he done been in there since he was 18. Man, it's my bro. He been in there since he was 18. We both about to be 38 next year. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, or excuse me, this year. And it's like, bro, I can go buy straps. I don't have no felonies, but my brother can't. You feel me? So if he get his mind right, and he get his money right, and I got my mind right, my money right, yeah, he can help me build something, and I can stand front line. You feel me? Easy. And it's a lot of niggas out here like myself who can stand front line for niggas who been locked up and can't stand front line. It's not set up. It's that fact that, like bro said, we not working together because it's not set up, bro. All these straps and all this shit can be right in my motherfucking name, my nigga. We'll be straight. Don't worry about that. Like, you feel me? A lot of times niggas just don't set it up to where we gonna be straight, bro. They cannot hold us back, Jamar. I'm telling you, it's impossible. We gonna
and
get
a
us
lot
land,
of it is
we build
like nigga, it's gonna be a slow process.
super slow.
Like nigga, a lot of us is not even gonna be alive to see the victory that we laid those bricks in order for us to get.
Just
You
as
know,
the
and
other
like
ones
we
ain't allowed to see what they have created. Because
exactly
segregation ended, and they let us in. They took the chains off segregation wise. What in 1958, and look what we done accomplished so far.
yeah, and that's the thing though. Like a lot of us is just gonna have to be happy with the fact that we planted seeds.
That's
You know,
it.
like everybody couldn't be Martin, everybody couldn't be Malcolm, everybody couldn't be Medgar Evers, everybody couldn't be these people, but they all had a contribution. Like a lot of motherfuckers, hey man, all I did was drive the bus. Nigga, you contributed. Nigga, just be happy with that. You might not be able to see, you know, there was a lot of motherfuckers that, you know, Denmark Vesey, you know, like Nat Turner. Like there's motherfuckers who they wasn't able to see the promised land, but they helped.
But the situations is totally different for their future than our future. In their future, we didn't see remotes in if you told somebody in the fucking 80s that they was gonna be talking to niggas on FaceTime, they would have laughed most likely. You know what I'm saying? Where today you could tell somebody some old crazy shit like nigga, tomorrow they coming out with a chip that's gonna be implanted in your head, and you gonna be able to fucking look at Facebook tomorrow, like, and you can fucking believe it. Nigga, in the 90s, you couldn't tell nobody no shit like that. So right now, it's like I hear y'all when y'all say we not gonna see it. But I'm telling y'all, if we don't figure out how to even get this shit started right now for them, get this ball rolling right now for them, it's not going to happen. If we don't, us in our range, 30 years old to at least 55, bro. If we don't fucking start right now and get this ball rolling for our young children that we so much gonna invest in, if we don't get it started right now, bro, it's over. They already got the VR headsets where niggas is walking around like what the
But
fuck,
the thing
bro?
is, like on some real shit, nigga, the fact that we having this conversation right now is getting the ball rolling. You know, like a lot of us are having the conversations. Like a lot of us are, you know, like I said, like we using our platforms to plant these seeds. You know, like that nigga Tupac said, like nigga, words I'm saying right now are gonna spark the mind of a motherfucker who gonna change the world. You know, so even though Pac ain't here, nigga, it's a lot of progress being made, whether motherfuckers see it or not. Like motherfuckers, a lot of times are a lot farther than we think we are.
But these are
And
the
we
choices they get. And listen, you saying plant a seed. So if I tell them to plant a seed, if I'm telling them to plant a seed, it's gonna take maybe 15 years for it or for it to actually bloom and start processing and me start getting whatever. It may take 15, 20, 100, I don't know how many years for this seed I planted to actually bloom. They over here telling you that they can inject this right now and this shit'll grow today. And you got a motherfucker over here like, well, should I listen to Bloom or should I listen to them?
I appreciate the conversation, but we gotta cut this, niggas. So man, I appreciate everybody coming, nigga, but we gotta cut the lights off. So Dolomite, go ahead, go first. Then it's gonna be Lamar. Then it's gonna be Boom, man. I appreciate y'all time though, bros.
Yeah, follow the Too Much Game podcast on all streaming platforms, YouTube as well. TOO Much Game podcast, not the number 2, because I'm number 1. Follow Uncle Dolomite on all social media platforms. That's it.
Go ahead, Lamar.
Jarrell Lamar, Facebook. So you can do the same. Follow me on all social platforms. I'm always live. Uh, Rob, we gotta get on my. I want to get back on my podcast, Jarrell World. I want to get back on that and start pushing that, and you know, do more of these. We need to have more conversations like this. We really do.
All
So
right,
I'm
bro.
always talking for
I'm
you.
gonna hit your inbox after this. Then.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Boom.
shout out to Podcast Lit, man. I'm the host of Podcast Lit. Follow that on any social media platform. And shout out Queens Talk TV, a little news show about to come out there soon. Shout out Opulence Radio, The Untold Truth with Booms on Sundays at 8 p.m. So go listen to that as well, man. Shout out to you, Rob, for having me on, bro. Dolomite, I'm like you, man.
But you know, yeah. Again, I feel like this is like Dolomite said, Uncle Dolomite said, I fuck all y'all niggas, man. You know what I mean? Even though we in different places, man, this conversation need to be had, man. Because
And Jarrell, bring me on the show whenever you started, bro. I'll be on any show you need me on, bro.
You know
Or
what
not
I mean?
need me on, but allow me on.
5%, if you can say 5%, that's better than no percent. Because it's some people out here you can be saved, man, and that's can help that ball rolling, man. You never know who's going to be the next inventor or somebody of power. You know what I mean, to change his life, and he comes up with something new, fly, and he can save his trees, and his trees can build off whatever he invents. So I think it's not going to die in vain, man. Because I'm starting with my branches at my crib, my kids, and that's what it's going to take, man. Because we can't save everybody, man. We can't. But I appreciate this conversation, man. It was therapeutic, man, for me personally. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, man. But hopefully y'all have a good week, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Hopefully we can do this again soon, man.
Yeah, nigga, you know I ain't hard to get in touch with.
I already know, man. All right, nigga. We out.